Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back. Tell a friend. Hey everybody, here with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be deep diving into some more of Ghostbusters Mythology when we take a look at Vince Clortho and Zuul, aka the Terror Dogs from Ghostbusters. But before I go any further, let me just say, if you like this video or any other videos on my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it, tell a friend, all that good stuff. And I'll be getting into Vince Clortho and Zuul right after my intro coming in now. So let me just start by saying, as with my last video on Gozer the Gozerian, I will be modifying information on these terror dogs after Ghostbusters Afterlife comes out if I feel that it is necessary to do an update. The information provided in this video is only based upon Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, at this time. I'm not including anything from the video game in fear that it is being removed from the official canon going forward. And so let's get into it. Vince Clortho and Zuul. Vince Clortho and Zuul, Class 7 fully corporeal possessors. A Class 7 entity is the most powerful class and includes godlike beings, demons, and other powerful manifestations. They are capable of communication with humans and are not totally alien in their thought process, desires, emotional needs, and their origins. Class 7 entities are to be avoided, and usually luck is the only way to survive the encounter. Corporeal means it's a tangible manifestation. You can actually feel it, touch it, etc. And possessors meaning they possess people. For years, Gozerian cultists anticipated the coming of Vince Clortho and Zuul, the minions and emissaries of Gozer, who would pave the way for the Destructor's coming and the world's end. The most powerful members of the race of other-dimensional bear-like creatures that have sometimes been referred to as terror dogs, Vince Clortho and Zuul were possessing entities that could take over the bodies of any mortal species. The two minions were able to travel interdimensionally in their search for beings they could use to bring about the coming of Gozer. Entering a new world, they would each find a mortal host and possess them. This would transform the host into the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper, the individuals who, once united, would perform the rites needed to summon Gozer. Once the summoning was completed, the hosts would be transmorgified into Vince Clortho and Zuul's true form, demonic terror dogs. In our initial encounter with Gozer, Dana Barrett and Louis Tully played host to Gozer's emissaries. But when the deity was defeated, they were both returned to human form unharmed. Although later tests showed that they had retained mild aggressive tendencies and a taste for rare meat for several weeks after. Terror dogs are large and bulky monsters vaguely resembling actual dogs and have horns and glowing red eyes, as well as a degree of intelligence, and can possess human beings as vessels. Vince Clortho and Zuul were worshipped as demigods by the Mesopotamians, Hittites, and then later the Sumerians. Zuul is presumed to be female in origin due to the fact it possessed Dana Barrett. Zuul can be recognized by the shorter, more curved horns. Vince Clortho is presumed to be male due to the fact that it possessed Louis Tully. Vince Clortho can be recognized with its longer, more straight horns, a clumsy type of nature. In 1984, when Dana opened her refrigerator to discover the inside was another dimension, she saw Gozer's temple. Zuul looked from the stairs, and the other terror dog, Vince Clortho, suddenly popped up and shouted "Zuul" at Dana, only for her to freak out and run away screaming, slamming the fridge shut. Zuul manifested in the physical plane atop the Shandor's building rooftop, breaking out of a Gothic statue in its likeness. Zool possessed Dana after she arrived home to get ready for her date with Peter Venkman. Demonic claws pinned Dana to her chair, then telekinetic activity sent the chair to the kitchen where Zool waited to possess Dana. Zool, now in possession of Dana Barrett, acted like a seductive temptress and sought only Vince Clortho, who had likewise possessed Louis Tully. As Peter arrived for his date with Dana, he noticed her radical change, but curiosity overpowered him and he proceeded to gain entrance to her apartment by tricking Zool into believing he was a friend of the Keymaster. Peter asked her for her name and she introduced herself as Zool, the gatekeeper. Upon further prodding by Peter, Zool revealed that they must prepare for the coming of Gozer, the Destructor. Zool then aggressively attempted to seduce Peter, to which he responded by refusing her advances and insisting on talking to Dana. Zool was initially amused, but became frustrated after further insisting. She responded in a horrific demonic voice, "There is no Dana, only Zool." Angered by Peter's persistence, Zool, in Dana's body, began to levitate above her head while growling and roaring ferociously at Peter. When Walter Peck shut down the storage facility, releasing all the ghosts, Zool awoke. Upon seeing the supernatural energy fly in front of her building, she suddenly blew out the wall of her apartment with a ferocious roar, leaving Vince Clortho away to locate her. As the Ghostbusters made their way through Dana's apartment, both Zool and Vince, now standing in the opposite pedestals once occupied by their Gothic statues, raised their arms to the sky slowly. Suddenly, they were both struck by bolts of lightning, which they redirected towards the large temple doors, causing them to open. From Dana Barrett and Louis Tully's human form back into their natural satanic terror dog form. After the Ghostbusters crossed the streams and defeated Gozer, the full protonic reversal also affected Zool and Vince, turning their beastly bodies back to stone, leaving Dana Barrett and Louis Tully trapped inside their respective shells. The Ghostbusters dug them out and they survived, having no recollection of any of their actions while under their demonic possession. So that is our look at Vince Clortho and Zool, aka the Terror Dogs of Ghostbusters Mythology. So if you enjoyed this video or any other videos on my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content coming of all kinds of different natures. And you guys have a great day. Take care, everybody.